sing her praises. But emailed her saying that I needed help because, everything had changed and what had happened. And so she said that she would like to meet for coffee or breakfast or whatnot. And she sent me a form that she uses in her career counseling at Northwood, I think it's actually through her coaching company that she has. And she said, a lot of the questions may not pertain to you, so if you don't want to answer them, don't. And when I had gotten the email from her, I think I just happened to have enough pain medication and muscle relaxer in me that I was really honest. I wrote things and typed things on that form that I hadn't told anyone before, that I wanted.
For pain reliever, huh?
Yeah, well, I got to tell you, Dilaudid does more than just make you not want to, amputate your own arm. Your honesty is really there.
Nice.
Yes. And when we met about a week and a half to 2 weeks after that, she flatly called me out. She said, "What are you writing?" And I said, "I'm not." And she said, "Well, why not?"
Oh.
And it kind of like shook me. Like, "Well, what do you mean?" She goes, "Well, if you're going to be an author, how can you do that without writing?" And so, she said, "Well, tell me about your story." And then, and we were laughing throughout it and whatnot. And she said, you have a way of talking about it in a way that's not frightening, but you add humor to it. She goes, I think the motivational speaker thing you wrote down here is a good idea too. I thought, well, I wrote that down. I didn't realize I wrote that down. And so it was on I think a Tuesday or a Wednesday morning when, my dad dropped me off and my dad picked me up because, of course, with pain pills, you can't drive.
It's nice to be a kid again. Huh?
Yeah, a 40-year-old child. So, Daddy drives me everywhere, and thanks to him. But I think it was really after she and I met. She gave me a couple of homework assignments, and I immediately went out and I got a journal, and I really started brainstorming ideas for a blog name. And instead of going and seeking out someone for therapy or seeking out an antidepressant to help get me through this, blogging really saved me. Wow. Blogging saved me from getting stuck in the anger phase. And I was angry for a long time. I mean, and rightfully so, but I was, I think, very close to getting stuck there. And that's not who I am. I am a bright and cheery and happy person, and I love life and things about it, and I'm always been full of wonder. And I was ready to just kind of quit and accept that this is what's been given to me. And I think the blogging really saved me. It was an outlet to say whatever I wanted to say to people I didn't even know. And then to find out, in your statistics that someone in Israel or someone in Iceland or, someone in Mexico has read your blog, and then to get comments on it like, "Thank you for writing this. I feel this way all the time." And, what you said at the end about, finding that passion and chasing that passion, that it never occurred to me. And thank you. And I thought, wow, I don't even know this person. This is crazy. And
would you have done anything like this pre-spinal cord injury? Would you have done a blog?
I would have dreamed about it until the day I died.
And not
I would have been on my deathbed probably wishing that I had lived differently, that I had dared to do what was great within me, and that was to write, to blog, to write a book.
Even though you always wanted to do those things, didn't you?
Absolutely. It's always been within me. My parents knew it was within me. They tried to talk to me when I was getting ready to leave high school, and say, "You're a fabulous writer. You're such a prolific writer. Why don't you do this?" And, I don't know why. I think fear gets in the way, and fear can trap us. I mean, it's there for a good reason. It keeps us safe, but sometimes it keeps us too safe, and it keeps us too comfortable. And when we get stuck in our comfort is when we quit communing with what can be and possibility of growth and whatnot.
Wow, it's very powerful.
So, hindsight's always 20/20.
Absolutely.
So it took this injury to bring about a change in you back to where you wanted to be and what you wanted to do. So do you look at it as a blessing now?
I'm not there yet.
I'm
not there yet.
What do you see right now? How are you taking this?
You know, right now I'm working into the acceptance phase. I have gone back and forth between, you know, anger and denial and acceptance and anger and acceptance. And I'm really finally feeling like I'm moving permanently into that acceptance zone of it happened, it's done, and we just need to move on. You know, I'm getting there. I'm not sure that I will ever fully be thankful for the injury itself, just because of what I feel it stole from me.
What did it steal from you?
It stole mobility. It stole part of my soul for a while.
And yet you had the strength to gather yourself up and keep moving forward. And that, my friend, is what makes you different and special. Because there are so many people that would have been locked in anger and denial. And instead, you made it into part of you. And you're doing the absolute best thing that you could be doing. And, you know, you or this you're doing what you really wanted to do.
Absolutely. You know, the thing is that I have this 5.5-year-old gorgeous daughter. And I would see her face when she would come home, and I would think, I've got to find a way to find the blessing in this black hole. I don't know where it is. I don't know how to find it. And I kept feeling like I was swimming through this hole, like I'm looking and searching for it. And, you know, you can't force time to do what you want it to do. You have to be patient. And for some people, it's weeks. For some people, it's months. For some people, it's years. I was lucky. You know, tomorrow it is 9 months to the day. And for the first time, I don't think I'm going to sit there tomorrow and be really upset or really angry or whatever. If it's nice weather, I really want to take Jenna to the beach or to the splash park or whatnot. I want to just frolic and play. And the mobility that I have, I'm starting to become thankful, because had certain things gone a couple of more days, you know, I could be in a wheelchair. I could be here not at all. And so I'm thankful that I'm just here, period. I'm so thankful for my family, my husband's family. You know, my husband, he is, God, Jim, if you're listening, you are a saint. I mean, he has dealt with so much. You know, men think they've got it rough when their wives or girlfriends have like horrible PMS. I mean, it's nothing compared to
this is times how much.
Yeah, good God Almighty! It's like times infinity what my husband has dealt with, and he's man number one. I mean, he has taken it in stride. He has supported anything I've wanted to do to try to fix it. He's taken on extra work. You know, our laundry is in the basement. I can't carry baskets up like I could anymore. I mean, it's little things. You know, the man works 45 to 50 hours a week, and he's taking on all these extra household responsibilities. Plus, you know, making sure that when I all of a sudden, you know, need a nap and just kind of pass out, he makes sure that Jenna is cared for as well. I mean, God, I'd be lost without my parents. I mean, we are just so blessed to have such a great support system. And so I think some of that is the reason that I've been able to move towards acceptance faster than maybe some, and have been able to flip the coin over from I've just got this and I'm disabled and that's how life is going to be, and I'll do whatever I can, and that's that. I feel like I have a renewed purpose, and I feel like I owe it to the people that have helped to care for me, the people that helped to create me. I owe it to myself, and I owe it to my daughter to create a legacy and to show her what real strength is, what women can really do if they set their minds to it. It doesn't matter if you're injured, if you are divorced. We have so much emotional trauma in our lives. And we all have the ability to reach inside of ourselves and find our way out. And it's funny, this afternoon I could tell that my daughter was kind of tired. She had a slumber party at her grandparents' last night. And so she wanted to come and lay on our bed and watch Wizard of Oz. It's her favorite and mine too. And when Glenda the Good Witch says, well, my dear, you've had the ability all along, or the power all along, that has never hit me more than post-October 8th. Especially since I've made the decision that I'm just going to follow my dream. And if all I ever am is a blogger, and if all I ever do is speak locally, then that's fine. My dream is bigger. I have it manifested in my mind. I know what I want to do. I fully expect that we'll be sitting here talking about my TED Talk one day. I just truly believe in the ability to manifest these things. I know they're out there. I know that we have all been given a set of gifts to use. It's up to us to discern what the gifts are and to make the best use of them as possible. And so realistically, yeah, the injury did that for me. Mm-hmm. I don't want to admit it because I'm still angry it happened at all. Mm-hmm. Because honestly, if I didn't have it, I'd have more energy to get to the end quicker. But at the same time, I wouldn't be on that path. Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of a bit of a give and take that my mind hasn't fully wrapped around yet. But I'm getting there, and that's what counts.
Well, you're getting there a lot faster than just about anybody I know would get there. And I was going to ask you, my next question was going to be, why do you think you got there so fast? But you answered it.
Yeah.
And I think the most important thing you said from that was that you found the strength within. Because it doesn't matter. Everybody could have been saying to you, oh, come on, you can get over this. And you could have gotten bitter.
Well, yeah.
You could have been the victim. You could have played that up.
Absolutely.
You could have not done anything and just sat around and not tried.
Well, let me tell you, there were weeks that I did that. I mean, I became best friends with the
But you see what
housewives
you just said,
of Orange
weeks.
County.
You said weeks.
The ladies in Orange County and housewives in New York. I mean, let me tell you what, those girls are some of my best friends sometimes. So I still have them on my DVR for when I need, to just relax and chill. I mean, I love Bethany. She and I are tight.
But my point is, look at you. You rose above it. You took it by the horns and moved on. You're moving on.
Absolutely.
And it's impressive. It's impressive to me. I'm sure it's impressive to everybody in this room.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be impressive to everybody that listens to this broadcast.
I just really believe that there are people out there that have something going on, that they need this.
Right.
They need that message of hope and to find their light.
I agree. And that'll be the name of this broadcast. So we're going to be right back with our guest, Tanya Brown. She is an author and a blogger extraordinaire. You need to listen to her. Tell your friends to tune in and listen to the replays also. We're going to be right back. We're going to be refilling our wine glasses, handing out our birthday cupcakes to the Diva Misty, and having some fun. So
Divas are going to
do what you need to do.
Glasses.
We'll be back.
The Divalution Show will be right back. The Divalution Show just celebrated its 1-year anniversary. The show currently has over 6,000 downloads and growing every day. The Divalution